Change doesn't come from a place of comfort. It comes from taking yourself out of your comfort zone, taking on new challenges that may be at times frustrating, debilitating, painful. But out of those seemingly annoying circumstances arises the newer, transformed you, like a phoenix that rises from the ashes. Hence why I chose the phoenix as my logo. I went over a transformation that gave me a more refreshing outlook on life. You see, many people rely too heavily on secondary outlets to start up the changes they would like to see, rather than grab the bull by the horns themselves and steer into the direction that they would like. The latter may seem insurmountable and intimidating at first. As Miyamoto Musashi has said, it may seem difficult at first, but all things are difficult at first. True change doesn't arrive at your doorstep and say, hey, I'm here to change you. True change has to come firstly from within. You have to want that change, think it, live it, and finally become the change that you want to see. You have to set the tone for your life. No one else will. All of this starts, however, from finding your why. Why do you want the changes you speak of in the world? For instance, I really want to see more people be fit and healthy. That's what led me to creating this channel, to show people that you can work out right from home and get into shape. And to make it even better, situated around anime to make it fun, not make it seem like a job that needs to be done. Of course, after a while though, you won't always feel like working out, but you do because you now have the discipline. If I can help spark that feeling in people across the globe, then I'm doing my job. I'm setting the tone for the change I would like to see. What I'm trying to tell you guys is stop waiting for the perfect opportunities to spark those changes. You can start right now. You may think, I'm not where I want to be or where I should be right now, so how can I? Stop with the second guessing of yourself, and most importantly, stop doubting yourself. You're going to make mistakes along the way, and you may fall at times too. As the ancient Japanese proverb states, fall 7 times, get up 8. Mistakes will be made along the way. That doesn't matter so much. What does matter is that you strive to correct those mistakes, grow in the process, and continue being that change. It takes a lot of guts to stand on the principles that you believe in. People will always try to correct what they think is wrong of you, throw you to the ground, have negative opinions about you, but you have to let that go. Don't attach yourself to those thoughts. Let them fly by like a breeze through the trees. Let me tell you about this one point in my life where I was just sad, depressed, and I had to make some serious changes. I used to work for TSA, and for those who don't know, TSA has a lot to do with security at the USA airport. I could not stand that job. I would get up 5 days out of the week, 4 o'clock in the morning, drive to work, and just was like, hey, it gotta be something better than this. I was always into fitness, working out. I was a trainer at another gym. I was working both of those jobs at the same time. So I would leave TSA 4:30 to 9:30 a.m., go straight to the gym and train. And I'm just like, okay, something better has to come. At the time, I had already started building physiques. I always wanted to work for myself, but didn't really have the courage to really get things going. Then I decided one day, I'm like, I'm tired of working for TSA. And I'm like, okay, maybe I could fall back on my gym job. A week later, the manager came up and told me, hey, we're going to be closing the training department. He was a new owner. He didn't really know what to do with the money like that and the marketing. So he was like, yo, we're burning through too much money. So we got to really save expenses and we got to get rid of the training department. So I'm like, okay, dang. I didn't know what to do. So I was kind of desperate. So I'm like, at the airport, I would pass out my business card to different people. Just pass it out to people that was getting on the airplane. Like, hey, subscribe to Building Physiques, check it out. Out of probably 100 people that I asked, only about 20 people actually subscribed. And I didn't condemn them for not subscribing. They didn't really know. They probably were overwhelmed with other things. And there was a time the manager came up to me. He caught me. He said, hey, Spence, you can't do that. And man, I got in trouble. So I took a week off from passing out cards and then went back to doing it because I was just like, yo, I can't do this anymore. Fast forward, I left TSA in May of 2019. And then the gym I left as well. And so I only had like one check left from TSA and from the gym I was working at. I still had a crutch, living at home, but I didn't really want to depend on my moms to really take care of me. So I'm like, okay, I got to get things going. What's crazy is I looked at her garage and I'm like, you know what? I can actually change her garage into a gym. I asked her, she was a little adamant, like, nah. Then I kept being consistent. She finally broke and said, hey, you can do that. So I cleaned up the garage, man. It was so messy. I had already had some gym equipment from when I was younger. So I set that up, and then somebody hit me up for training. Next thing you know, he had a referral. And I had my first 2 clients in May of 2018, 2019. I can't remember the exact year. From there, it just blossomed. But it all started with me believing in myself, just not really paying attention to what people say. Hey, you shouldn't do that. Or, hey, maybe you should get a real job. But I had to set that tone. I had to make those changes to myself. Because ultimately, I got tired of living the life that I was living. And I'm like, you know what? I see changes that need to happen, but I can't just tell people, hey, you got to work out. I got to show people, like, you need to do this. You don't have access to equipment? Hey, you go work out at home. You don't need all the stuff that you think you need. You can start off just using your body weight. From there, Building Physiques was officially born and then blossomed ever since. What I'm trying to tell you guys, again, the changes you would like to see, you don't have to depend on others. All it starts with just believing in yourself, standing on the principles that you hold dear to your heart, and not wavering. You stand for nothing, you fall for anything, as the Honorable Malcolm X said. So guys, understand, the changes that you would like to see, it starts with you. You may not make a tremendous impact right away, but that doesn't matter. Focus on the output, not the outcome. As long as you're living the changes that you would like to see and you're sparking a hidden potential in others, that's what true change is. Living it. Setting a tone for your partner, your kids, your parents, brothers, sisters, people that you don't even know. You start by setting a tone. You live that, and you show others through what you do. Actions always speak louder than words. Remember that. Believe in yourself. Hopefully you guys enjoyed today's video, and if you did, make sure you guys smash that like button. Don't forget to make sure you are properly subscribed. I'll see you guys next video. Peace and love, and shade.